Hello everyone, welcome back to Miracles with Mary. This is a channel for law of attraction, numerology, and new videos of tarot. So in this video, we're going to talk about how your birth name reveals your destiny number. So your destiny number reveals what you are destined to do on this planet. It explains the meaning of your existence as well, and what you are meant to be doing on this planet in this lifetime. And that number that you're going to get, 1 through 9, is going to be derived from the letters in your birth name. So from your birth certificate, you can go to the website link in the description to get that number. All you have to do is type in your full name and get it, and also be careful of the Y's in your name, letter Y, because it could be calculated different. Make sure if it's a vowel or a consonant. So we are going to go over Destiny 1 through 9. And so to begin with the number 1, if you have destiny number 1, you are destined to be number 1 at what you do. So 1 in all languages is about identity, it is about leadership, it is about being the first or the best or the only one that is doing it. It's all about individuality, and you would do best to nurture the best out of yourself, because sometimes people with the 1 destiny, they feel like they're very competitive, and being overly competitive comes from feeling like they're not good enough, or they're not skilled enough, or they don't feel like maybe respected enough as well. So it's all about working on feeling secure within yourself. I have a number 1 destiny as well on from my birth certificate. And with 1, personality wise, those people are very goal oriented, they are self-motivated, they can also be very inspiring once they know who they are and where they're going. And it's also a number that is highly creative. That could mean art, that could mean involved with the way you think, creative in the way you think, or creative in the methods that you bring up or present to people. And it's also a very hardworking type of number. But be aware of being too controlling or overbearing or aggressive with that number 1 destiny. So really, you're here to start trends, present new ideas, explore a new path, and control your own destiny, which is the number 1 destiny. Okay, so now moving on to the number 2 destiny. So if you got number 2, you are destined to be a peacemaker. You're here to bring love, to bring peace and harmony to this planet. And number 2, what is that in all languages? It is about partnership, it is about cooperation, it is about supporting each other, and it's all about balancing 2 ideas or 2 sides or 2 people, compromising, cooperating, collaborating. It's also the type of personality that is very calm. They are tactful and also diplomatic as well. You'll see some people in politics have 2s in their charts. Let's see, former President Barack Obama and also Prince William, they are number 2 life paths. So 2 is all about bringing peace together, bringing good people together as well. They are gifted, so 2 destinies are gifted with sensitivity, empathy, and also understanding people psychologically as well. They also have the power of persuasion, which are good for diplomats. You have to really learn to use your powers of persuasion for good, because you persuade people by getting into their psyche, which is in their mind, in their emotions. So you have to learn how to use it for good. You also got to be careful on giving away too much, or maybe too much worrying about being responsible for everybody else, as well as respecting your own boundaries. So it's all about giving and receiving equally with that number 2. Maybe you're not the type of person who wants to be diffusing difficult situations, but people put you there anyway, naturally, because you're the type of person that knows how to bring calm, to bring love, and you're very sensitive to people's energies as well as situations. Like, you do not want conflict in your life. You try your best to avoid it and keep the peace. So bringing peace to this planet and bringing good people together. So that's destiny number 2. Now moving on to destiny number 3. The 3, they are here to uplift the planet, to motivate, to inspire using communication. So it's all about mastering communication so you can lift the world up. 3 destiny, so 3 energy is related to performance, to entertainment. So maybe you're interested in using your writing skills, your speaking skills, or anything involving performance or entertainment in order to uplift people, to instruct people, to teach people. And it's also the destiny of somebody who they value optimism, and they use that to help people go through difficult situations. It is the destiny of somebody who they value humor a lot. So they also can bring laughter to this planet in order to uplift others. And so communication is pretty important, as well as creativity. Like, you need to be in a career or in a hobby that allows you to express yourself freely. The number 3 destiny, they could have a lot of ideas. They want to birth out a lot of new creative ideas and plans, but not all of it can get done. It tends to be somebody who may be a bit impractical, because 3 with communication, it's all about talking, discussing, everything's just in the air. So it's less doing, so it's more expressing yourself freely. It's a joker's kind of energy. Like, not necessarily they don't feel like adults. They always remember the child that is in their heart. When it comes to expressing their emotions, which 3s are, they're very emotionally sensitive. Sometimes they have a lack of control of their emotions, so be aware of that. And the other side is they completely hide their emotions because they fear people judging how they feel, but they have to work on honoring their emotions and expressing themselves authentically. So yeah, that's the number 3 destiny, is to uplift this planet, bring joy, humor, and optimism through difficult times. So that's the 3 destiny. And now moving on to the number 4 destiny. So number 4, destinies, they are here to build and teach something that lasts a long time, to pass on knowledge that is going to remain for a long time past their own death as well. So 4 is all about valuing structure, systems, organization. They're naturally good at being efficient as well, and they also value honesty. So it's a type of teacher's number. Knowledge is also very important to those with a 4 destiny as well, because in order to build something that lasts a long time, they have to do what is proven, what is true as well, and what is strong. So they're also here to demonstrate strength for this planet, to help things endure. When it comes to themselves and strength, that means they could strengthen their mind. They're here to strengthen their mind, their emotions, mind as in being educated, as well as being physically strong. Like, they know how to take care of themselves, and these are people who are on top of things. And also, your destiny is, you're here to be a rock for other people, to create a home that is safe and sturdy, so people can always depend on you. It's a very responsible type of destiny number. So you're really here to build something or teach or pass on knowledge that lasts a long time. And also, people with 4 destiny, they end up being experts at what they do because they're very analytical, logical. A plus B has to equal C. So people can really depend on them as well. I would say be aware of being too rigid, of being resistant. An image of a 4 destiny is like a strong, sturdy tree with roots that are deep down, and sometimes it's really hard to push you. Actually, you don't like being pushed. you like doing things slow and steady, but just remember when to be flexible, because if you are too stubborn, then it just stunts your own growth. So yeah, that's number 4. Destiny is to create something that endures for society. And now moving on to the number 5 destiny. So 5 destiny, these people are adventurers, they're explorers, they're here to create change for this planet. And with the 5 destiny, these people, they love variety, they love to experience different people, different cultures. They also do well with change, so they are naturally flexible, they can adapt pretty well to different situations. And number 5 brings a lot of excitement and passion to people, and their type of style, their personality is they're here to bring progression to society, to present new ideas. And these people like to get involved, like I said in the beginning, a lot of variety. So I would say be aware of the fear of boredom, because you could pass on something so quick because of boredom, when actually, if you look back, that's a person that's special, or a job that's special, or a hobby that's very special. So number 5, they do well with movement, and their style, again, back to their style, is they are like very avant-garde. I don't know how to pronounce it well, but experimental. They're very good with experimental ideas and new paths to life. They also need to see the world. They need to uncover mysteries, to travel, to see what's out there, because they're also really good at communicating with varieties of people, and they're also here to show people to develop compassion for others, because these people, like I said again, they have a lot of variety in their life. I would say for 5 destinies, be aware of addiction or escapism, because number 5, they with a lot of 5s, they tend to have a short attention span because they want to keep the excitement going. They tend to be restless because maybe they're juggling so much, and that's just wanting to escape boredom. It's like they'd rather be dead than bored. It's just an exaggeration, but you get my point. So yeah, with number 5, back to the escapism and addiction, that's a way to travel as well, but they have to do things, but they have to do it in a productive way, like traveling to gain research, maybe travel to connect to multiple people and friends in order to maybe build something in the future. So 5, just be aware of that, and just know that self-discipline is going to help you achieve your freedom, which is very valuable to a number 5 destiny. So that's number 5. Destiny is to bring change to this planet and to help the planet progress and explore new ideas. Then the number 6 destiny, so let's move on with that. So if you are a number 6 destiny, you are here to create a home, like a safe haven, something like a space that's very stable, where people can feel safe and taken care of in, like, around you or in your presence. 6 is the nurturer. They're also the visionary as well. So I want you to think of a parent, like your destiny is like to be a parent. And if you decide not to have kids at all, then you're a parent to everybody, or you're just like a sister or a brother to everyone. You treat everyone like family, and people do feel safe in your presence. Number 6, you may have interest in therapy, in healing, in teaching, in maybe charity, maybe helping, anything that involves the home space, because you're here to help people feel safe and at home on this planet. It's also the number of hospital, like working in hospitals, or being a nurse, or being a therapist or a counselor, just somebody who's very nurturing. They also, 6s, they value having high ideals, high standards, and working towards potential of themselves and for other people in their lives. So they're here to help people grow and heal, to transform, and to give a lot of love and patience for others as well, in order for them to keep growing. But also that could lead to issues of perfectionism, like like for example, if you make 20, if you're successful with 20 things on your list but unsuccessful with one, then you just become disappointed really easily, or in other people, and then other people feel like, oh wow, I just really disappointed that person, I feel so guilty. So just remember to practice acceptance at the present moment, and just realize that there is a bigger picture of perfectionism, that there's already divine perfection. Okay, I would say beware of becoming so chronically worried or anxious, because you tend to be responsible for a lot of people. You're constantly worried about if everybody's okay. So being aware of perfectionism and being chronically stressed or worried. But 6 Destiny, they're really here to create a safe haven for other people on this planet. So now moving on to the number 7 Destiny. So if you're number 7 Destiny, you are here to find something deeper within yourself, or something higher, to find the meaning of life or of existence. So that's going to lead you to a lot of research, of exploration. That could be exploring the world. 7s, they're also here to uncover mysteries as well. It's very similar to number 5 Destiny. Both 5 and 7, they need their space. They need a lot of time to themselves in order to roam and to think freely and to express freely. 7, they have a very gentle spiritual type of presence when people are around you. With that number 7, maybe you're interested in studying psychology, philosophy, some deep science, maybe some Eastern practices as well. That's going to help you find your Zen and find your center. Meditation is also very helpful for you as well. So with number 7, once you really find your spirituality, something that you can devote your life to, something that you can have trust and faith in, then you are more confident to express your light. You're really meant to be sharing your self-discoveries. On the shadow side of a 7, I would say be aware of hoarding your light, hoarding all your self-discoveries, hiding your insights in fear that people will judge you or misunderstand you, or that you'll be betrayed. You're really here to also, before you share and be a teacher for others and to be a practical guide for others, you have to learn to trust and open up so you can share your lights. Okay, so that is a number 7 Destiny. I would also say that getting out into nature on a daily basis is going to be your medicine, because it'll help you clear your mind, because 7s are highly observant. They notice all the details when they enter a room, and they just need a space to achieve their serenity, to achieve inner peace, as well as to feel like moved spiritually. And if you're not a spiritual type of person, then let's talk about, then let that be science for you. But they're really here to find something bigger to devote themselves and their life to. They're people who love study. It's a number of devotion as well as perfectionism and purity. And I'm not talking about like high morals, like they're highly moral people. They can, but 7 is about being very selective with who they're involved with as well. And so 7 Destiny, they're here to learn to have faith, to trust their own wisdom, as well as to shine their light and be a practical teacher or a guide for others, because these people are, they tend to be philosophers and scientists, and they're here to seek faith, their own faith, and seek the truth of their own existence, and to feel at home in this body, on earth. So now let's move on to Destiny number 8. So if you're Destiny number 8, your destiny, I've said that word probably 100 times already, it is to create financial abundance on this planet, as well as spiritual abundance. And what I mean is, first start with finding healthy ways to keep the money coming in as well, and to feel financially secure. You also have lessons surrounding money and accumulation, so that also means learning to or understanding the illusion of money, that it always comes and goes. So first you really have to find ways where you can, or just on a daily, count your blessings and express appreciation a lot, and expressing gratitude, as well as being generous, because you do have a lot of wisdom. If not a lot of money, you have a lot of wisdom, and you can bank on it. So it's all about, so look at 8, here to balance financial abundance with spiritual fullness, is to have the best of the material and the invisible world together, to have a great many of something, to feel full inside, and to have enough. And also with the number 8, it's a very powerful destiny. They're in the practical world, they're naturally business minded, they do care about their finances, and they do invest energy into living a good, high quality life. Quality over quantity as well is important for those with 8s. They also are really here to achieve independence as well, like not needing to depend on anybody, to be their own boss, and to never ask permission again on how they can experience their own freedoms, is the number 8 destiny. So I really think you're destined to be your own boss and to create abundance, as well as sharing abundance for others. And another part of the 8 destiny is how you use your power and influence, because with the 8 destiny, having a great many of something, that could be wisdom, your heart, your love, money, you feel called to influence the people in your life, whether that be your loved ones, your friends, community, or the world at large. So you're gonna find ways how to influence people positively to serve something higher. It's also philanthropic. It's a number of philanthropy, number 8. So you do pretty well giving and being generous, as well as helping other people create wealth, to give, to serve a higher purpose. So money doesn't necessarily mean this is a very superficial thing. I think money and accumulating money is a spiritual thing as well, and it's all about energy and knowing what to do with it to influence the world positively. So now moving on to the last destiny number, it is number 9 destiny. So if you have that, you are destined to help humanity raise their consciousness, as well as to improve human life. That could also be the life of animals as well, or the life of the planet. You really care about serving the world, answering a higher calling. And also 9s at maturity, they're inspired by something higher. They've answered their calling, and they also teach by example. 9s, they're natural leaders. They don't have to try. They'd rather do a lot of things in the background. But people do put them in leadership positions or management positions, because 9s, they don't abuse their power. They have the ability to put themselves in a lot of people's shoes, because 9 is a number that has every single number 1 through 8 in it. So it's kind of like a old soul. 9 is the number of the old soul. Its ability to have, like, it's just great capacity for compassion and sympathy, empathy as well. 9s, since they have every energy, every single number in them, they are very determined to achieve, to get to some place. And also with 9s, they have to also remember to ask for help sometimes, because they sometimes feel like the world is on their shoulders. Asking for help, telling people what you need, because not everybody can read your mind. So some people can see you being aloof or cold, but you're the one that needs love the most. And in order to also raise consciousness of humanity, you also have to do work on your original family. For example, forgiving original family, as well as letting go of any bitterness or resentment in order for you to be free. Because another part of destiny of number 9 is to free yourself from society's opinions on how you should think and how you should live. And so number 9, any practical activities or anything related to career involves teaching humanity. It could be leading humanity. Also, public speaking, a lot of 9s get involved in as well, because public speaking, that's very influential to make a great impact on the world, on the universe. So That is number 9. Destiny is to uplift or to change the consciousness of humanity, and also what's really important is to show by example, not just to be a spokesperson of what you believe in your values or morals. You have to have integrity in order for people to follow you and to trust you. And 9s, once they are inspired by something higher, then you become a source of light for other people. So that is it, all destiny numbers 1 through 9. If you need a one-on-one session with me with numerology, you can check my website below, and also let me know if that makes sense for you. Okay, so have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.